Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm so sorry for the late start on this live stream, but we're going to get this thing started. Welcome to the Writing the Peptides new live stream every Saturday morning, every time, every place, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about GLP-1s. We're going to talk about weight loss. We're going to talk about diabetes and any questions, anything that's trending in the news today when it comes to the latest on weight loss drugs. Basically, we're talking about GLP-1. So any of these peptides that's going to help you with your health, that's what we're going to talk about today's video. I'm excited about talking about addictions. We're going to talk about addictions. We're going to talk about a way that addictions can be curbed. I'm excited to share that with you today. I'm going to share some personal stuff with me, but I'm going to share just basically everything that is on the news today when it comes to the results and what people are saying and what people are thinking and what people are wondering and what people are finding on social media when it comes to these GLPs relating to the addictions today. So with that said, make sure you go ahead and like the video if you're joining. Let me know in the chat today where you are tuning in from. I see True North Beard Co. I am a beard guy too. I do a lot of men's grooming, and I love talking about that stuff, but I also love and have a passion for GLP-1s when it comes to diabetes and weight loss. There's a lot of people that struggle with obesity, and obesity is a real thing. A lot of people don't realize, if you're not overweight, if you're not obese, you'll never understand it. If you are obese and overweight, it is a real deal. It is a thing that you have to deal with every day, just in the life, just everyday actions and everyday life of just going through it, dealing with health problems, dealing with maybe what people think. That could be another thing that you struggle with when it comes to obesity, but just overall discomfort and many other things. Now, I can say that because I was once obese one time in my life. Now, you may be like, yeah, right, you were never obese. Yes, I was. I was over 300 pounds at one time in another lifetime. Today, I am happy to let you know I am 195 pounds. Now, I will say that I am going to be making changes when it comes to my medication because I frankly don't want to lose any more weight. I want to get my blood sugars completely under control like they are right now and keep them there, but I also want to put muscle on and maintain weight. So with that said, if you have experienced weight loss, go ahead and drop it in the comments in the chat. We would love to talk about this and have some dialogue with you today. If you have any questions for me, I've got tons of videos. I have people asking questions all the time. This is a great place and a great platform and a great time for me to answer your questions in the chat. So welcome. I'm excited to spend time with you guys today talking about GLP-1s. And today, as I said, we're going to talk about addictive behaviors and how Ozempic, specifically Ozempic and Wegovy, talking about the Semaglutide GLP-1 today, and how it can help curb off your appetite for these addictions. So I'm going to read a little bit of information out of the news. Some Ozempic users report that the drug has helped them control addictive behavior from drinking. So if you are an alcoholic and you're drinking and struggle with drinking, this would be something that you could possibly benefit from. They also further go on to say that it's also helped with not having the same desire to smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol again, and to gamble. So if you have a gambling problem, this may help you with that behavior when it comes to having that sensation of when you do these things, like when you have this addictive behavior, and you have that satisfying effect that happens when those endorphins just fire off in your reward system. It will reduce that and make you feel like it's not that good, and you just really don't care too much about it anymore. So it's a pretty cool thing. However, they have researched it in animals and not necessarily humans. So there's not a whole lot of research when it comes to science behind it. But there is a lot of studies out there that are still studying it, and a lot of people on social media talking about how it has changed their lives when it comes to these addictive behaviors. Some theories suggest that Ozempic may reduce addictive behaviors by altering the brain's pleasure and reward center. It's also, obviously, maybe you don't know, maybe you're tuning in and you're from different avenues that I use on YouTube. I want you to know that a GLP-1 is a glucagon-like peptide, and we're talking about peptides on this channel. Basically, what it does is it tells your body to do what it's supposed to do already. It slows your digestion down in the GI, and also it helps regulate your blood sugars. And what we're talking about today is how it can also have a good side effect with altering your brain when it comes to these reward centers. And basically, it's something that you would take once a week, a shot, and it would help with weight loss and also with your glucose. But we also know in several different studies and several different live streams we've done on this channel already, how it is also showing that it helps with Parkinson's disease, with reducing tremors. Also, it's helping out with heart disease like strokes, heart failure, and just overall heart disease. It's also helping out with dementia. If you have dementia or onset dementia, specifically in type 2 diabetes. So if you're a type 2 diabetic and you don't know what you're doing, don't know how to get your blood sugars under control, you've tried several things in your lifetime so far to get it under control, you might want to check out a GLP-1. Now, that could be Ozempic, or it can be Trulicity, or it could be Mounjaro, the latest thing that's out now. Now, there are, as we said last week, several different weight loss drugs coming out in the next 4 or 5 years. So very excited about that. But they also suggest that these GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic could help curb appetite use and other addictive behaviors. This drug impacts the appetite, but some users say taking the medication has not only reduced the urge to eat, but curtailed their desire to gamble, smoke, and drink alcohol as well. Meanwhile, other users say Ozempic helped them bring bad habits, online shopping, and nail biting under control. Now, I know a lot of people that bite their nails, and I know a lot of people that have gambling. I don't want to say addictions, but I'll just say addictions. A lot of them have addictions, and a lot of them just want to win a lot of money. But this could be a great opportunity to check this medication out. If you are tuning in today, it doesn't matter if you're live during the chat. If you want to come on later and leave a comment in the chat, I want to know, do you struggle with addiction? Are you on a GLP-1? Are you on specifically, are you on Ozempic? Are you on Mounjaro, Trulicity, Victoza? All of these I've been on, and I have to say that I'm happy where I'm at. Now, I will be giving my shot here on the live stream today. I do have the 15 milligrams, and I only have one more left. Check that out, guys. So once I get done with this, I will be moving down to 12.5. Now, I am going to be titrating down because I want to find a sweet spot where I don't have to lose any more weight. And also my blood sugar will be under control. And so that's my main thing right now. So with that said, now we're going to talk a little bit about addictions, guys. Now, I know a lot of friends because I am a minister. If you follow my channel, you may not know, you should know, I have a strong faith in Jesus Christ, and he's changed my life from a life that I had before, which was insane. But with that said, I have had addictions, and I still battle addictions. As a man, I have a addiction that I don't want to say addiction, but I have addictions, I should say, that I struggle with constantly. And I don't want to say it's necessarily a struggle. I want to say it's an addiction possibility, I should say, where it's there, but I deal with it, and you can say the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's weight problems. It doesn't matter if it's eating problems. It doesn't matter if it's gambling problems, if it's your biting your nail problem. All of these things, when it comes to addictions, it can be something that can pull you every time, no matter what. So, with this medication, as we've talked about before, it can help you with that addiction. Now, with that said, I will say this. I would not count and put all your beans in this or all your eggs in a basket on just wanting to treat your addiction by a GLP-1, because we know that the main thing that these medications are used for is weight loss, but also blood sugar, blood glucose control. You can't depend on this medication to change your addictions. You can't change yourself by just a anecdotal type deal. You just can't. It takes something more. It takes community. It takes every day working at it. It takes a life change. It takes faith. I believe in a higher power. I believe in Jesus Christ, that He can change your life. He can give you strength, but you have to still have that accountability. You have to go to therapy. You have to always be there and be preventative. Always. It's called preventative maintenance. Just when you, as well, going back, hold on, guys, just thinking about this, going back to the eating deal with GLP-1s like Ozempic when it comes to Mounjaro, or if you're not on either of those and you're on a compound, which we'll talk about more here in just a little bit on the channel. If you're on a compound like dulaglutide, semaglutide, tirzepatide, it doesn't matter which one it is. If you're on one, it's the same thing, guys. You might want to take this medication because you just want to lose the weight, but there's going to come a time where you're going to have to just saddle up and just get on top of your eating addictions. They call it food noise in the community. It's the thought of food. You may not even be hungry, but something triggers you and you want to go eat. You just think, I want to eat something right now, and you're not even hungry, but you eat it anyways. And it's just like this addiction in your head that is causing you to resort by triggers to these things that are out there. Like, I have an eating problem, and if I get a fight with my wife or my kids, I'm just going to resort to go eat food. Or if I have a bad day at work, I'm going to resort to eating food or drinking alcohol, or I'm going to go outside and take a 5-second or a 5-minute break and smoke a cigarette. It's the same thing, guys. It's an addiction, and you have to learn how to treat that addiction. You have to learn how to treat your problem. And you can't just expect a weight loss drug to be the magic pill. It will help. And I do believe that these things are good. I believe that if you are overweight and you are obese, you need to try out a GLP-1, whether that be at a compound pharmacy where you can get it cheaper than going to a pharmacy and buying the name brand Mounjaro, or going to a pharmacy buying the name Ozempic, or Victoza, or Trulicity, or Wegovy. That would be the only one that you can really buy at the pharmacy, Wegovy, for weight loss, because it is the only one that is approved by the FDA for weight loss. And we do believe that there are more coming out. Mounjaro, I believe that in the fourth quarter, of what I'm hearing, it will be approved for weight loss. So that will be really cool. I don't know if they're going to actually call it Mounjaro, just like Wegovy. They changed it to Ozempic for diabetes, and Wegovy was for weight loss. But it'll be interesting to see how that pans out when it does come out. With that said, I've had addictions, guys. I deal with addictions. We live in the real world. We have issues. Now, I will say that I do believe that this GLP-1 that I'm taking, I know that the studies talk about Ozempic and they talk about Wegovy specifically because of the Semaglutide, which is the GLP-1, the GLP-1 agonist in it. But I do believe that, and I'm just going to tell you, I do believe that the Tercipitide is just as good. The reason I say that is because I was on Ozempic, and I was on it for very little time, not very long, but it didn't do very much for me. I've been on Tercipitide, which is the Mounjaro brand, since June of last year. I've been on it for, I don't know, what is that, 15 months, 16 months? And I've been all the way up to 15. I went down to 12.5 a couple months ago, got back on 15. I'm going back down to 12.5 because 12.5 actually did pretty good for me. I would have thought that going from 15 down, I would have lost, the appetite suppressant or the suppression. I would have, maybe gained a little bit of weight because the potency of the dosage, but no, not at all, guys. I had actually lost a little bit of weight and still kept that appetite suppression and did fine, guys. So like I said, I'm going to be moving down from this 15 down to 12.5 next week. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to give myself a shot real quick. I'm going to show you how I do it. I've done a video or two on here on how to inject and best places to inject. You can find that on my channel if you're curious. But I usually inject these in my thighs and I go back and forth and alternate. I don't really do a lot in my stomach because I guess trauma, I don't want to say trauma, PTSD. I always used to shoot myself in the stomach when I was way overweight and taking a insulin every day and basal insulin at night, and started getting these bubbles under my skin. I hated it and started bruising and stuff. And so I decided to do my thighs, but here lately I've been doing it in my arms. So I just basically, you take the cap off, you'll twist it to the unlock right here. You'll see the green unlock. You just twist it like this. And now the pin is ready to go. All right. So I'm just going to stick it right there on the side. I'm going to push the button. You'll hear it click. Boom. Done. Now, somebody said the other day on my channel, they go, why do you have to count to 7? I don't know. I did a video one time and I said, we're going to count to 7. I think it's because on the instructions of these, it says to count to 10. I think I counted to 3 when I pushed the button and it injected, and I just counted 7 seconds. So I said, I don't know. That's what the instructions said. So that's what I said on my video to help out. So anyways, guys, so if you have addictions, if you have issues, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer what I can. If you have any questions for me, I would love to answer your questions, give you advice. I am not a doctor. I can't give you any medical advice, but I can give you advice from what I've learned, things that have helped me along the way. I can also tell you that also, if you look in the chat, I did leave a link on different supplements that I like to take, what I've taken and what I'm taking now, that will help you, scientifically proven, that will help you with your optimal health when you are on a GLP-1, whether that be, the vitamins or the minerals that you need, because you lose a lot of that when you're on a GLP-1. With that said, I do know a lot of people that are in addiction support groups. I have actually helped out and supported in an addiction support group. So addiction is real, guys. We are living in times where you'll go down the street and you'll find so many people that are addicted. So many people that are on they're not on GLP-1s, that are on some type of a drug. You see them going crazy and going nuts. And sometimes, you just want to help them, but you can only help yourself. If you want to take that next step, you'll take that next step. I know today is big on addiction. Addiction is a big deal to me. As a minister, I see a lot of addiction. A lot of people, friends, struggle with it. And again, whether it be from alcohol, smoking, to even nail biting, it is a real deal, guys. And this is a great place, a support group where we can come together. We can talk about issues that we have. If you have weight problems, I will help you the best I can with how to lose weight. I've lost 100+ pounds, and I've had different ways of doing it. And I've done almost everything out there, from medications to certain supplements, you know, whatever it may be, different techniques when it comes to eating patterns, you know, intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, Atkins, Weight Watchers. I've done it all, guys. Slim Fast. By the way, Slim Fast is actually taking a plummet now with the GLP-1s. They've seen a hit in their money when it comes to their overall sales. So just goes to show you how powerful these GLP-1s are. But with that said, I want you to know that if nobody is listening, I will listen. Drop a comment, send me an email, chadboney.reviews@gmail.com. I would be happy to listen to your issues and give you the best advice that I have. And so I've seen a lot. I know how to deal with a lot because of the position where I'm at in life and what I do. But I want to use this platform as a place where I can give you the best knowledge and wisdom and advice I can, share with you the up-to-date news when it comes to these GLP-1s, share just stories. I do a lot of reviews on this channel, you know, mainly geared more toward men, to be honest with you, because that's just a passion I have. But if you have a man in your life, or if you are a man, you may really enjoy that side of this channel. But even if you're a female, again, we have a lot in common when it comes to this GLP stuff. You know, I take Mounjaro, I've taken Ozempic, I've taken Trulicity, I've taken Victoza, I've taken all these medications, metformin. I've taken all of these diabetic medications and weight loss medications. So I can tell you what I've experienced when it comes to crazy, horrible side effects and how I combated those. This is the channel that will help you. I guarantee you, I will help you with everything that is possible to help you with, that I have, that I can help you with. With that said, if you have any questions, you can always email me, like I said, or you can drop it in one of the, you know, comments or in the, you know, the chat that we're having right now. And so this channel has been around for a while, but I haven't done a whole lot of live streams. So bear with me when it comes to live streams. I'm hoping that every week it's getting better and better because I'm trying to better your experience when it comes to these live streams. It's a cool show that's starting up. If you noticed, if you look below, I've got merch when it comes to writing the peptides. And we're just going to talk about peptides on this channel when it comes to this side of the channel, when it comes to Mounjaro, when it comes to Ozempic, when it comes to, you know, Wegovy, comes to Semaglutide, comes to Tercipitide, all these new ones coming out as well. So with that said, I'm going to take a second and I'm going to talk about one of our sponsors on this channel. And this sponsor has been doing really, really well. He's from Kansas City, and his name is James Scott. And I'm excited to talk about the fact that they have a compound pharmacy right there in Kansas City. And they will help you out with all of your weight loss needs. They do have clinical technicians there and nurses there and people that just know all about these GLP-1s when it comes to weight loss and medications. They are one that necessarily doesn't just give you a GLP and just let you go. They will be with you side by side. They will keep up to date with you. They will help you with a weight loss plan on top of giving you the medication. And here's the thing, they will give you the medication at a lower price than what you're going to find at a pharmacy. I know a lot of people, they go, man, I can't afford Ozempic, or I can't afford Wegovy. You know, I need to get the Wegovy, or I need to get the Mounjaro, but I can't afford it. Or, you know, vice versa. You know, people that are on diabetes, they don't have insurance. Maybe they're on Medicare. They can't afford these medications. That's when you might want to consider going to a compound pharmacy and finding a compound that is just like what you would get with Mounjaro or Ozempic or Wegovy, but it would be a compound that they make in these pharmacies, and they are clean. They, you know, there may be some out there that I don't know about that may not be legit. Maybe they're not sterile, but I can say that the one in Kansas City, and it is Health Innovations, is legit. James Scott can help you out. their number is 1-816-298-7980. You can find them at Health Innovations KC for Kansas City.com. Again, it's healthinnovationskc.com. You can give James Scott a call. Tell him I sent you over there. He'll hook you up with a good price, and they'll get you taken care of. I know a lot of people, they want to spend money on these expensive surgeries, but this is a way that you could save a lot of money and still have a boost when it comes to weight loss. And also, as we're talking about today, have a little boost on helping you, giving you that little nudge when it comes to addictions. I just want to have a little help with getting where I need to go when it comes to my addictions. And I think that these medications would be really great to take, but also to be able to find a support group to go to, and also finding something that's bigger than yourself. For me, I found the Lord, I found God, and God has helped me. As I said, I am a human. I still struggle, but with that said, it does help. It absolutely helps, because you can't go in life without somebody helping you out, somebody higher than yourself and other people around you. I'm going to go back to this, and it says, people taking drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro, Tercipitide, another GLP-1 agonist, may not get that feel-good high from experiences that ordinarily would result in a dopamine payoff, including activities like nail biting and compulsive shopping. If you have a compulsive shopping addiction, man, guys, you need to check it out. I know a buddy of mine that's got a nail biting problem. I work with him in an office, and he bites his nails down to nothing. I don't know how he does it, but I need to tell him, hey, man, you need to check out this GLP-1. Of course, he isn't a diabetic, but, he is always trying to lose weight. So maybe he might be interested eventually in trying out a compound. With that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to be ending this live stream. It is about that 30-minute mark. I try to keep it to 30 minutes. Again, I apologize for starting the stream late. I am trying to get things up to going. And this morning, I had this live stream ready to go, and we let our dog out, and he ran over my power cable and pulled it out of the wall and turned my computer off. So that happens sometimes, guys, because that is real life. So I am working on getting a studio put together, so I won't have these issues. But in the meantime, I'm sitting here with a fly on my head. So anyways, guys, real life here. What you see is what you get. I know a lot of places on YouTube, you'll find a lot of high production and, a lot of people that'll be behind the screen and will tell you what you want to hear and sugarcoat things to you and just try to be perfect for you and make you feel like you're not perfect because you don't have it all together, because they have it all together. But I'm going to just let you know a little secret. We don't have it all together. Nobody has it all together. Okay. Everybody has problems. We are all on GLP-1s in this community, and we are moving forward to better health, better blood sugars, and better weight better health overall. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope you join my community. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because that will help you stay up to date with all the things I'm putting out, but also it'll help you have communication with me more when it comes to being able to try to help you out with your needs when it comes to questions about life, questions about GLP-1s, questions about whatever it may be. If you're a beard guy coming on here, it might be a beard question. I don't know. It might be a faith question. It may be just, Chad, how do you get your head so bald and clean shaven? I don't know what it might be, but it is an opportunity to help you with whatever you have. So again, thanks so much for checking this live stream out. If you stayed to the end, you are awesome. If you haven't, it's okay. You can come back and check it out again, but make sure you tune in next Saturday, because every Saturday, same time, next Saturday, I'm going to make sure I'm right on time at 11 o'clock. But we're going to get started next Saturday. again at 11 o'clock. We're going to do this every Saturday unless something happens. I'm out of town, and then we'll figure that out. But we're going to talk about different things. I want you to bring your questions. If you have questions this week, I want you to bring your questions. If you have questions about certain things that's even off the topic of GLP that you think that I might have advice or some wisdom, go ahead and let me know. Send me an email. Again, chadboney.reviews@gmail.com. I would love to help you. My wife also, she's a women's minister, and she's also, I said last week, she's also a content creator as well, like me. She's really big into the homeschool sector. And if you are into homeschooling, or your wife, or you know somebody, shoot them on over to Tara Boney. That's my wife, Tara Boney. And you can find her right here on YouTube, and she'll be able to share things with you that you might have questions for. So again, have a great week, guys. Thank you so much. And always remember, we're going to be writing these peptides together during the crazy waves of life. I'll catch you next time on the next chat. We'll see you guys.